fight and then and moved to separate ways. And in the afternoon's drive, and we managed to find them together again, but they were all feeding happily, so there was no fight. I was just amazed to see a young runner bull taking on a mature runner bull. He's coming towards us now. Flappy ear, rhino bull. He looks confused. Probably he has lost the other rhino. Says it's walking and sniffing constantly on the ground, and he stops and listens. He is moving side to side, so he's trying to relocate on the rest of the crash. Checking us out. tell that is very, very lonely, this guy. Feeling lonely. That's it. It's very difficult to tell how he got separated from the rest of the group. Maybe the rhino bull rhino is trying to get rid of him. In the Kruger Park, and I've seen a young rhino bull, pretty much the same size as this guy, and on his own. And he had a very big puncture wound on the side of his stomach. And that wound was full of maggots, and the other afternoon, and I find him lying down in the shallow water, trying to heal the wound and also to keep the flies off the wound. And the wound was also smelling terribly, and that was attracting the hyenas. We also saw the 2 hyenas sitting close to him, and also the big part of line also moved toward the direction because they were obviously attracted by the smell of the wound. And obviously that particular rhino bull has been kicked out by a bull rhino, or the dominant bull rhino. But I've also seen the dominant bull rhino called the young rhino bull. With frustration of wanting to mate with the mom, and every time he wanted to get closer to the mom, and the young rhino bull blocked his way, and eventually he got very, very upset and killed that young rhino bull. Hi William, good afternoon to you. Oh, William, USA is cool. Asking a very, very interesting question. Do the baboons have the babies on the ground or in the trees? I actually don't know. They take it to us. Oh, okay, cool. The baboons have the babies on the ground or in the trees. I'll ask Graham, and Graham has been studying baboons for many, many years, and then he understands the baboon's behavior very, very well, more than anyone else. I never thought of that actually. William, US is cool. Do you know Hammond? You don't. Tara, do you know? Okay. Yes, I did. Just thinking of that. Tara also says when they probably give birth in a tree at night, and obviously suckle the baby during the day. No, maybe, but we're going to have a stunning sunset this afternoon, yeah? Richard Stogan, good afternoon to you. Richard Stogan wants to know will the black rhino be a lot more aggressive towards the vehicle than the white rhino? Certainly yes, the black rhino will be more aggressive towards the vehicle than a white one. Actually, when we were sitting with that young rhino bull and then walking towards us, I was just thinking now, if it was a black rhino, what would have happened? I actually asked myself that question. It would have been a different scenario. It would have charged the vehicle. So the white rhino are a lot more relaxed than the black rhino. Black rhinos have a very short temper. So they tend to charge the vehicles, even humans and food. Good sport. It's all Brian. Sorry, man. I'll come with your question in a bit now. I just want to quickly talk to Brian. How's it, Dick? No, we didn't, yeah.
But they've come back onto Twitter.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't, get to see them, yeah.
How's it?
And again, they are... Cool. You said they headed north towards the boundary and then again...
And then right at the boundary they turned around and came back.
Oh, wow. But we don't traverse Touchwood at all, so... Yeah.
Oh, don't you?
Yeah, we don't. No, if they are in that part of the reserve, then, yeah. Unfortunately,
I don't know where you traverse and where you don't.
Just the Western Ghari, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we didn't come to your side either.
Okay.
We've been watching your webcam. We told my mom to watch.
Oh, is it? Oh,
she knows we're you today.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool.
Lovely,
Did you see the babies?
Yeah, we didn't. No, but we don't traverse that part of the reserve, yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
You're making them jealous, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Especially our viewers here, yeah.
Every tiny little mumpimpans, huh?
Is it?
It was beautiful.
Mampimpan?
Mm.
Wow, how old are they, do you think?
They're still white on the back. Yeah?
Still white on the back?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, still tiny, yeah.
Lovely, man.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Super.
Okay,
Cool,
good,
huh?
man. No worries, man.
Keep your eyes open near Voyatella, because we picked up a Muna Inqua this morning, eh? He was headed across the drainage line towards Graham's house. Could be somewhere there. On our way back, we're going to just pass around that way, just see if we can pick something up with the spotlight, and then we're going to head back.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But,
and this afternoon, we had some Franklins and Lurries going crazy just in the drainage line of our camp, yeah.
Okay.
So
maybe he's there.
Yeah, maybe he's there just between our camp and Graham's.
And then we picked up a second Inqua on Cheetah Cut line.
Yeah.
Close to Mamba Road, Mamba Road Junction.
Okay, cool, yeah.
And she was, I'm not sure if it was a female or a young male, because she was stalking through the grass going for Shapani.
Okay.
And then she jumped up and ran. And,
yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Thanks, Grant, yeah? Good, man. Just walks back. Oh yeah, that's Brian from Cheetah Plains was telling us about the cheetah and the cubs. And the two leopards from this morning that is so you are driving in the morning, eh? Alrighty. So we'll see if we manage to catch up with the sunset. And just to let everyone know that Dina is no longer coming for the tryouts. Chara is doing a morning drive instead. Where was I? Tara. I was talking about rhinos being aggressive towards the vehicles. That the black rhinos have a very, very short temper. They tend to charge the vehicles. In the Kruger, I have been charged twice by black rhinos. Twice. The sunset there? And I managed to handle the situation in both different scenarios. But sometimes the black runners don't charge the vehicles, so they can be inquisitive as well. You see them running towards the vehicle or walking towards the vehicle. It is necessarily not charging, just coming to investigate or to observe the vehicle, but didn't charge. So it is sometimes it is just inquisitiveness. But if people see the black rhino walking towards the vehicle and they just start the vehicle and off they go. I'm just going to keep quiet for a minute or two just and enjoy the stunning sunset. Wow, that was absolutely stunning sunset. You cannot ask more than that. Beautiful sunset. Okay, we're just ambling along Belsekat line, heading west towards the Drakensberg mountain ranges, where the sun has just settled down for the night. To all Africans, so we have about 20 minutes remaining. My initial plan was to go and check around Gowrie Dam area and Bibi Road. For the Lepi that was spotted in that area this morning, it doesn't look like we will be able to get to Gowrie Dam and Bibi Road. Heading on to Gowrie Cut Line. Have the wild dogs left the area again? The day before yesterday, when the wild dogs crashed over Gowrie main road into Chida, actually into Little Garden of Chida. It's east of Little Gowrie, south of Gowrie main road. I don't know if they come back and headed back to the north again, or they're still in the south. I haven't heard anything about them this afternoon from the guys. Have I ever seen hyenas stuck in something, Phil? Hi Jennifer, good afternoon to you. Jennifer was asking if I have never seen a hyena not eating something or going without food for days. Not really, not that I can remember. I have never seen a skinny hyena. So the hyenas will always try and find something to eat. They can cover big ground. Okay, thanks. Sorry, Jennifer, I misunderstood the question. Not eating something, but do they avoid eating something? No, that I know. They pretty much eat everything the hyena, anything that they can find. I've seen the hyena feeding on the rotten carcasses that were full of maggots. I've also seen lions also feeding on the rotten carcasses full of maggots. So they don't really avoid anything, especially for the hyenas being scavengers. So they wouldn't really avoid meat. So meat is a meat to the hyena, they eat it. And they will also carry bones to the den sides, or sometimes they'll put it into the water if they're very well fed and there's still meat left in the carcass, and they won't leave it. So they'll carry it to the den, or either put it into the water, and when it gets hungry again, it will go back to the area where it left it, the leftovers, and eat it again. The reason for doing that is because they don't know when the next meal is going to be. That's why they keep something for themselves for the next time. Gari Dam now. Just the guinea fowls moving along the edge of the water. This is the same group of guinea fowl that Misha and Duna killed some of them. They're roosting the trees there around the dam. Okay, it's about time to say goodbye to all of you folks, and it's been absolutely pleasure for joining us this afternoon. And we saw some nice elephants, some nice rhino bull wandering around, looking confused, and we also see a very good general game. And thanks very much for all your questions that you sent them through. And I've learned a lot from some of you who sent in some questions, and I posed back to you, and you came back with the answers. So that's very, very good, and I really appreciate that. And again, Hemant behind the camera, thanks very much for coming along with me, and Hemant being for Taran for control for directing this afternoon. And for me, Patrick, and the rest of the crew, and I'll be saying goodbye, and have a good day, and we'll see you again in the morning, same time, 6 o'clock Central African time, for the morning safari, and Tara will be presenting in the morning. And just to remind you once again that Dina is not coming for the tryout, and that's why Tara is doing the draft in the morning. And cheerio folks, see you.
Hey everybody, this is Time Final Control. I thought I'd give you guys a shot of the boys on the wall as they start to head back towards the camp. There's not really been too much going on around the dam while we've been on drive, just a few impala coming down and one Nyala bull. But I'm still going to keep a lookout for a little while longer, see if that leopard does make an attempt to come down to the water. And the camera actually looks a lot brighter than what it is out here. It's quite amazing the difference. But we are working on closing the iris a little bit, so it's a little bit more in keeping with what's actually going on outside. But thanks a lot for joining us, and as Patrick said, unfortunately we're not going to be able to have Dean joining us for tryout. I'm not too sure what the reason was for that, but it has been cancelled. He's cancelled it. But otherwise, do join us tomorrow. I'm going to be going out and looking for some cats in the area, hopefully. And that's going to be at 6 o'clock Central Africa time. Remember, the times only change on the 1st of October. And there is a blog out about that, so if you do miss the time changes, then you can have a look there. But from myself and the rest of the crew for now, goodbye, take care, have a great night, or have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock Central Africa time. Bye for now.